Does your future hold a hunger for choice-based gameplay and endless skill trees? Here are the most exciting RPGs coming to PC in 2023.
Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do.
Some years have the distinct feeling of a loading screen when it comes to game releases. A few standouts here and there, but nothing really to get truly excited about. Then there's 2023, which has so many incredible RPGs alone on the way that we're going to have to schedule dedicated time around each individual release. Maybe you're here for Bethesda's latest, or a fresh creature hunting experience, or even a certain new Diablo game. Grab your Lightspeed gear if you're going to want to keep up. It's time for the most exciting upcoming RPGs of 2023 on PC.
You think me mad, old friend, but I know these dreams. They tell of the future. Hell is coming, brother. Hell is coming.
Kicking off the year is the brand new RPG Fullspoken. Published by Square Enix, this is a journey to the world of Athia, where a young New Yorker, Frey, finds herself facing deadly fantasy threats. The good news is that she's handed all kinds of magical abilities to level the playing field. Not only does the sorcery-based combat look ultra compelling as Frey juggles the 100 different spells on offer, but the so-called magical parkour makes exploring this land a giddy treat. Who needs walking or fast travel when you can do this to get around?
You will burn for humiliating me!
As we move into February, it's time to get back to monstrous nature and grab your hunting gear. Wild Hearts definitely errs further into the action RPG genre, but for this list, we're including everything that floats our role-playing boat for 2023. EA and Koei Tecmo's AAA hunting sim is set across a gorgeous, if dangerous fantasy world where enormous creatures lurk. Monster Hunter fans will already be well up to strategic speed, but we'll have to make the most of our craftables and environment if we're going to come out on top in these grand battles. Asking nicely for their resources just isn't going to cut it. It's moved once more, but don't worry, Dead Island 2's release date hasn't shifted another decade again. Instead, it was just a matter of months from February to April to truly add some extra sparkle to Hell A. Yes, this trip to California has all the sights, movie sets, extravagant architecture worthy of selling Sunset, all those palm trees, and yes, thousands of undead, all with a hunger for tasty human flesh. With more weapons than we can shake a blood-coated katana or six at, this looks like a shockingly good time.
So, what do you say? See you in hell?
It's hard to choose the most thrilling thing about Starfield. For Bethesda lore fiends, it might be that it's the first original IP from the studio in 25 years. For sci-fi fans, it could be that there are 1,000 planets to explore. And for fans of Fallout and Skyrim, it might be the sheer excitement of another in-depth character creator and Bethesda's storytelling skills to bring our chosen hero's journey to life.
Welcome to Constellation.
Truthfully, we're excited about everything. Ship design, endless traits. Oh, and did we mention that lockpicking is back? And in space, no one can hear you scream about it. If 2023 is already feeling like an absurdly rich year for RPGs, we're only halfway through this list, and we're up to a little game called Diablo IV. We finally got a release date at 2022's Game Awards, and this looks like a trip to hell we're just not going to be able to resist. We've now seen action from the Barbarian, Sorceress, Druid, Rogue, and Necromancer classes, all of which have some big updates from previous iterations. PvP will also be returning to the game after being missing from Diablo III, but it's going to be entirely optional if you're not up for taking on the rest of the world.
The dream continues to haunt me, old friend. It always starts with a journey.
Who says summer is quiet for game releases? Just after we've surfaced for air after Diablo, Baldur's Gate 3 will be exiting early access in its full and final shape in August.
You're alive.
That's unexpected.
Whether you've been playing as the game grows, or have been waiting for the game to be fully baked before you dive into the Forgotten Realms, this will be a serious celebration. As you'd expect from Larian Studios, this is an astonishingly layered RPG, all set in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. Get ready for an adventure like never before.
I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons.
This definitely wasn't what we were expecting next from Life is Strange developers Dontnod, but we're absolutely here for Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. This action RPG was revealed at 2022's Game Awards, and Dontnod says it's one of the most ambitious projects in the history of the studio. In the land of New Eden in 1695, we play as both Antea Duarte and Red Mac Wraith, lovers and so-called banishers, better known as ghost hunters. We'll be taking on specters, unlocking gear, and, of course, making moral choices we'll absolutely regret once we shut down our PC for the night.
It takes a brave man to walk these wilds alone.
And if everything has all seemed a bit too glossy and modern for your nostalgic sensibilities, then we might have just the thing. Sea of Stars is a retro-inspired turn-based RPG in the most beautifully detailed pixelated style. But this isn't taking everything back to basics. Instead, Sabotage Studio is taking influence from the classics, but modernizing the concepts of combat, storytelling, and exploration to bring a perfect balance of old and new. We'll be rewarded for timed hits, multi-character attacks are here to shake things up, and the devs are promising no grind. That's quite the promise, team. It's been a little longer coming than we initially expected, but Cyberpunk 2077's first story-driven DLC is finally on the way in 2023.
How many times you willing to get burned before you stop trusting someone?
If you've exhausted Night City of everything it has to offer, you'll be pleased to know that Phantom Liberty hands over an entirely new neon-clad district to explore. We're erring into spy thriller territory this time around, and teaming up on a top-secret mission with a government agent. And once again, there's no shortage of Hollywood talent in this universe. Solomon Reed is played by none other than Idris Elba.
Tell me you've got a plan.
Not a plan. A man. If there's anyone we can trust now, it's him.
And finally, let's end on some truly chilling monstrosities and potentially one of the most exciting RPG releases of the year. The somewhat confusingly titled The Lords of the Fallen is the sequel to, well, Lords of the Fallen, and it's boasting a grim world 5 times larger than its predecessor. This Unreal Engine 5-powered journey through the lands of the living and dead will even be available to play in single player and co-op. Hopefully that will make it slightly less intense, although we're not banking on it.
Man finally defeated its overlord. But gods do not fall forever.
So that's some of the most exciting RPGs on the way in 2023. Let us know which worlds you can't wait to lose yourself in the comments below. Drop us a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G for more features and previews just like this one. If you already do subscribe, thanks. Hit that notification bell and you'll always know when something new arrives on the channel.